This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences, and the individual results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences, and the individual results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and open up the doors to our waiting room and welcome people in to the Daily with Doc and Becca show. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Had a full waiting room this morning, so that's absolutely fantastic. I love when I'm seeing new names and people that are coming in. Opening up their minds to a message of hope that is also empowering and helping them find tools for their toolbox to make better decisions or different decisions on their health journey. So hello and welcome everybody. And as we are streaming live on the different platforms, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and LinkedIn, all these different areas, want to welcome you as well. Let us know where you are by subscribing, sending a like, and following us. And if there's a way to make a comment there and let us know what part of this great big old world we are reaching and where you're hearing us. So my name is Becca Dukes, and as the hostess of this program and the Director of Student Services for the Institute of Holistic Health, I am honored to be able to bring this resource to you and our community as a whole. Because as we as individuals find ways to help ourselves become healthy, and then help our families, and then help our communities, and then each and every one of us, no matter where we're at, we are working together to create a healthier world. And that's, I think, one of the greatest gifts that we can give anybody is health. Because if you don't have health, how can you enjoy the things around you, the individuals, the just life in general, being able to get out in the great outdoors and be able to explore? Well, if you don't have your health, that makes it a little more challenging. So we're all about helping people overcome challenges so that they too can go from barely surviving to thriving. So if you were invited by somebody specific, make sure that you get back with them and say, thank you for sharing this information with me. And then as you're listening, make sure that you're taking notes, but also thinking of others that this may help as well, so that you can share this message with them. Go to also wherever you are, make sure that you're either connecting and subscribing to the Critical Health News or the Daily with Doc channels, or both. because folks, we have so many great guests coming up. I don't want you to miss it as we're looking at nutrition, alternative modalities, and things that we ourselves can do without somebody writing us a prescription to mask or suppress the body's natural responses. Okay? So without further ado, I am honored to be able to bring to you one of the doctors, actually the doctor that started this whole crusade, the 90 for Life crusade to save humanity and the world, who has been very, very diligent in his own research, starting as a child, going on into college, working in a pathology lab, getting a Bachelor of Science in plant and soil sciences, going on to become a doctor of veterinary medicine, where he has 3 postdoctorates then in pathology with over or close to 30,000 different autopsies, whether he's been involved with the autopsy himself or he's reviewed them and taken the data and linked them in his research as to when there's something missing, what dis-ease or poor health symptoms are present. And through this, he has discovered that there's over 600 different mineral deficiency, poor health symptoms. So with that many symptoms, and it's all related to nutritional deficiency, the solution should be pretty simple. And it actually is. It is simple, but because we get in our own way, it's not very easy sometimes. And that's where we're going to be giving information to help you make that switch in the mind that says, okay, what I've been taught here, not accurate. I need to change my mindset, grasp onto a solution that actually works with and within my body. Now, today we're going to be talking about the skin. It is our largest organ. And a lot of times we forget about the skin, or we're just putting topical things on it without realizing that it's not that we're missing moisturizers. It's that we're missing that nutrition from within. And here I have with us today, the one and only Dr. Joel Wallach, who has been instrumental in finding the cause and prevention of diseases like cystic fibrosis, sudden infant death syndrome, muscular dystrophy. So those are some pretty complex things, folks. Think about if somebody's figured out the complex stuff, don't you think they might know a little bit about the not so complex stuff? Well, it worked for me. So Dr. Joel Wallach, thank you so much for joining us here on Daily with Doc. So excited to have you here with us as we're talking about the skin. So Doc, why is the skin so important?
Hello.
Can you
there
hear
we
me,
are. Yeah, we're here. Okay.
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 I'm like, uh-oh.
Now we're not.
So
now we're here.
now we're here. Fantastic. Fantastic. Technology is working for us at this moment. So Dr. Wallach, tell us about the skin and why is it so important?
Well, when you look about all the different creatures on Earth, whether they're fish or they're elephants or humans, or they're birds of all kinds, or snakes, reptiles, and so forth, they all have some form of skin. It's an outer layer of tissue that protects the inside by fending off all the bad stuff on the outside, but also it maintains the fluid level, helps maintain the fluid level so that you're not dehydrating, that you are hydrated, so that you can function properly. And again, this is universal. I find that very, very interesting, that when the good Lord came up with all these creatures, he said, well, you know, this skin thing works for one, let's try it on all the others. And sure enough, we have all these various forms of skin. Now, the skin, again, prevents dehydration, and the skin helps reduce overheating by sweating. increasing sweating, okay? And the skin absorbs sunlight to help you absorb minerals, particularly calcium for vitamin D3. And also the skin through the sweat cools you so you don't overheat. And these are just some of the more common things that the skin does. It comes along with all kinds of very special cells that have antibodies in them. Nope. They know better than this. Okay, let me
I
shut
think
this
people
off.
should know better too, Doc, but I just had to refuse to. So,
Okay, so here we go. It's one of those things where the skin probably has 100 different functions. And so people don't pay enough attention to the skin. They put on some cream because they think it's going to help prevent dryness. That's not really where you should be going. The skin produces its own moisturizers. The skin produces sweat to help cool the body. And, you know, when you're overheated, either from exercise or from the outside temperature and so on. Just think about that. Okay. And so, then again, the skin, the sunlight on the skin produces vitamin D, helps you absorb calcium. I mean, how many great functions does the skin do? Of course, antibodies come out through the sweat and protect you against viruses, bacteria, fungus, and so forth. And so it has dozens and dozens of functions, and we need to really take care of our skin. You know, people spend a lot of time with their beauty in the mirror, you know, putting on lipstick and this, that, and the other. And that's nice, of course, because it, you know, it makes you feel good and makes your body feel good. But your skin really needs to be lavished with attention and all the correct things that need to go on to maximize the benefits that it can give you.
so go on, but you're talking about go in the body so that it's at the cellular level from the inside out.
That is correct. The cellular level from the inside out. And a lot of times it's also from the cellular level from the outside in.
Okay, so that goes back to garbage in, garbage out, garbage on, garbage out, or
Put
garbage
good
on,
stuff on and
throw
good stuff
garbage in.
out.
So we want to do, we want to do the good stuff and make sure that we're being very cognitive of what we're putting on our skin. There's a lot of chemicals out there, Dr. Wallach, that are not so beneficial to our skin. And then fragrances that we put on our skin that can interrupt our endocrine system, which includes kidney function and the hormone function. So there's a lot of things that we really need to be cognitive on when it comes to our skin and what we're putting in our environment, whether it's on our external environment or our internal environment.
Yeah, and so this is not difficult, just a few basic rules. And the whole idea is to make sure you're taking care of all your tissues. And of course, you don't forget the skin. Don't just put on moisturizers and beauty products and makeup and stuff like that. That's not the total right direction. That's kind of like the cherry on the parfait. Okay. And so we want the parfait. We want all the things that the skin does. We want to maximize these things. And they require nutrients. They require nutrients. They require raw materials. And also antibodies. Your skin produces antibodies to bounce off and fend off bad guys. Okay, bacteria, virus, fungus, yeast, those kinds of things, parasites, big guys. Your skin can help you survive attacks by creatures that want to eat you. Okay, and so, okay, and so it's one of those things where just by you having this sort of shield, actually a physical shield on you, it can protect you from a quick, sudden death from a tiger jumping on you and chewing you on a few times. And so the skin will constrict or it's getting injured and slow down bleeding, okay, even shut off bleeding, okay, and gives you a chance to defend yourself. So there's sort of the basic principles of the skin. And when you look at what goes on here, let's look at the metabolic syndrome. Okay.
Well, Doc, before you get into that, can I ask a couple questions about the skin?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so you talk about how it protects us from bacteria, viruses, and I know that when anything that you put on your skin is absorbed into the bloodstream within like 26, 27 minutes, 7 seconds. That's really quick absorption. So when something's absorbing into the skin, how does the skin protect us from bacteria and viruses?
Well, it actually releases information into the bloodstream, and your bloodstream then goes to other organs and tissues of the body that then release antibodies, okay, which kind of act like antibiotics to go attack viruses, bacteria, fungus, and yeast, and parasites, and so forth. Without the skin releasing those communicators to get to the internal parts of your body that produce all these protective devices, you'd be dead. Okay, so the skin sends information around to the various parts of the body that do various things. It's a great communicator, great defender. It's a mechanical shield, as well as a biochemical shield, as well as a information shield.
So that makes it, that makes it even more important to be cautious of what we put on our skin, because there is good bacteria. We don't want to kill off all the bacteria, do we?
Well, the good bacteria are found in our digestive system. They're found in the colon. They're found on the skin here and there. And so we actually have good bacteria, in our throat, in our esophagus, in our stomach, in our small intestines, our colon. There's, good bacteria all over the place and on the skin. And the good bacteria kill bad bacteria and viruses and stuff like that. And so it's a complex community. I like to call it, it's a complex community. And so this is why we need the 90 essential nutrients. You just can't take vitamin C and vitamin A and expect everything to work right. Okay. Well,
No, that's for sure. We've got to support the whole defensive line.
That's
when
correct.
it comes to the body.
The 90 essential nutrients. And, I take them 3 times a day. It's one of those things where, I'm 85 according to the Chinese method of aging. And it's one of those things where it's, and I kind of function like an 18 to 25-year-old. And I'm very proud of that. Okay. And so this is because I protected my skin over all the years as an athlete, as a farmer, as a hunter, as a biochemist, as a pathologist. I'm protecting my skin. Okay, doing pathology or doing autopsies on creatures, including humans that have died. You're wearing plastic gloves, you're wearing masks to prevent any bugs from jumping on you. Okay. And so it's one of those things. You take showers with soap on a regular basis to cleanse the bad guys off the surface of your skin. Okay. And if you take all your proper nutrients, your body on the inside will kill parasites. We have the capacity to kill parasites. Okay. Whether they're one cell parasites or they're worms or those sorts of things. And so the whole idea, you have all these things going on at the same time, and your skin is right in the middle of all of it.
Yes, it is. And it's on the outside holding it all together.
And there you go.
Yeah. So thank you so much for that, Dr. Wallach. And as we're looking at the skin, there's so many different pore health symptoms that the skin shows. So if somebody is experiencing, say, eczema,
I'm sorry, they're
what
experiencing what?
eczema,
Oh, eczema. Okay.
eczema, what would be some of the underlying causes that would cause eczema? And
Ec-
we're looking at the food we intake too, right?
yeah, well, eczema can be caused, okay, by food you shouldn't be eating. Can also be caused by nutritional deficiencies, by food you should be eating and you're not. Okay, and so there's many different causes of eczema, which is inflammation and irritation of the outer skin. Okay, and you get flaking and irritation and juices coming out and bleeding and all kinds of stuff, swelling. Okay, and so there's all kinds of stuff going on there, and there could be 5 or 6 different things going on inside your body that produce this eczema thing. And the eczema is kind of like a red warning light in the dashboard of your car. So you got to pay attention. You can't just ignore these things. Oh, I'll take a shower when I get home. You need to put something on right away. Okay, because your skin is telling you something that can save your life.
Well, and you need to pay attention. Okay, this eczema is flaring up. What did I just eat? What was I just exposed to? What did I not make sure that my body was getting to support healthy cells?
Okay, well,
And
you could have eczema from things you've consumed, either liquids or solids. You could be getting eczema from things that are in contact, physical contact and chemical contact with your outer body. Okay, and so you have to determine what the source was, stop the source. Okay, and then relieve the symptoms. And this is where the anti-inflammatories and the body produces things like it produces anti-inflammatory things. Okay. Okay. And so this is where it produces all kinds of juices and creams and anti-inflammatory secretions from your sweat glands and your other glands in the body. And so again, the skin deals with so many different things. It's an amazing tissue.
it absolutely is. Now, when we're looking at like a sac that fills up with oils and clogging pores, does that have to do with skin health and what we're putting into our body as well?
I mean, when you're mopping floors.
Oh, no, I don't. I try and, okay. No, not mopping floors, Dr. Wallach. Like, without using a medical term, it's hard to feel. It's okay. So let's say a lipoma.
Okay, well, lipoma is a fatty tumor. It tends to be benign. In other words, it doesn't jump around all your body and so forth. When they say oma, that means non-malignant enlargement. Lipoma, that's a fatty enlargement. Okay, and it could be found in your brain. It could be found in your lungs. It could be found in your liver. It could be found in your intestines. It could be found in your muscles. It could be found in your skin. Okay,
Just
and
under
it's just a
skin.
big ball of fat.
Yeah. So is there any specific thing to really consider that would be causing it?
Well, it could be chemicals from cleaning chemicals in the house, bug killers in the house, you know, sprays for bugs and mosquitoes and flies and spiders and things like that. And so we're talking about hundreds of different possibilities here. And so you have to be aware of what's going on in your environment and know which ones are potential causes of things. And just taking a symptom reliever, like a pain reliever, taking an aspirin for lipoma, it might reduce the lipoma size by 2%, 5%, something like that. And it might stop the itching and burning and pain, but the lipoma doesn't go away from your taking aspirin. Okay.
Right.
And so this is one of those things you have to find out the cause. And sometimes you need to do some local surgery to remove it. And sometimes you can deal with the cause and it'll just go away when you deal with the cause.
All right. Well, I think if we take, without having to overanalyze everything, if we give the body the right nutrition, we leave out the things that could be harming the cells, causing absorption issues, then it makes it pretty simple to look at underlying causes, because we're eliminating things that you've already found to be known to cause issues. And then we can narrow it down from there instead of just trying to dig through all the garbage. Let's take the garbage out first, folks. And then look at what might be missing within the diet or an environmental thing that could be contributing to these symptoms.
Yeah, well, you said it. You need to sit down when you have these problems and look at your environment. What do you have, okay, that you brought in from the grocery store? What do you have that you brought in from the pharmacy? What do you have that you brought in from your workplace? What do you have that you bought through things, getting things through the mail, okay? And so you can have these things from all over the place causing these problems. And just because other people can use them and not get the problems doesn't mean you can. They may be getting more anti-inflammatory things in their diet, or they may be consciously taking herbs that are anti-inflammatory, which reduce inflammation. And so they could be eating and applying all the same things you are, and you're getting problems and they're not getting problems. Well, how would that be? Well, if they're taking in all these things to reduce inflammation, in addition to the things that cause inflammation, well, they can neutralize all that stuff. If you're just taking in things that cause the inflammation and not taking in the things that neutralize inflammation, then you're in trouble.
All right. Well, I think there's a lot of things to it, Dr. Wallach. And I also think that the whole food system that we have with the over manufacturing, the under nutriating really plays a factor into our health. That's why we need to be intentional.
Yes.
Absolutely intentional.
And of course, this is where you need to be hydrated. And this is why we have the rebound, okay, with the minerals and the vitamins and the fluids and so forth. That one was invented for Theo Ratliff, okay, great basketball player. It's one of those things where he had all kinds of things going on with his joints, and they wanted to do joint replacement surgery. Well, he'd lose his job as a basketball player, and they didn't want him in anyway because he was having difficulty in playing. And so, to make a long story short, we came up with the healthy bone and joint pack for him, which is our healthy start pack. And I came up with a glucogel instead of boiling bone all night and getting bone broth, stink up the house and make a mess and call in bugs and things. We came up okay with the
glucogel.
Yeah, the glucogel. Okay. And it worked perfect. So we put the glucogel with the healthy start pack and came up with a healthy bone and joint pack. And then we came up with a rebound so he'd have plenty of stamina. And after 3 months on our program, he got $100 million in contracts, which he played on for over 9 years, so about 11 years.
Yeah, I definitely think that nutrition benefited him, Doc.
I'm sorry?
I definitely think that the nutrition benefited him.
Oh, definitely. And of course, he goes around the world now telling his story, how the nutrition was made for him and how he's got it out into the public so that it's available to all the young, the middle-aged, and old athletes and people who do physical work and stuff like that. And we've changed the health of human communities with just a couple of products. So we're very, very proud of that.
Absolutely. And I love the fact, Dr. Wallach, that if people go to dailywithdoc.com, and especially for those that are not working with somebody, they can look up the athletic pack, and it has the healthy start pack with the rebound and the glucogel already in a pack ready to just do a one-click check out. So super excited for that athletic pack. I absolutely love it. Yeah. So just a reminder, everybody, this program is a resource for an amazing community. So if you are working with somebody, make sure that you get back with them. If you're not working with anybody, you found this program all on your own, we do have our website, which dailywithdoc.com is the sponsor of this program, where you will find replays from previous episodes. You'll find articles that help you with more information, empowering your mind and body to make decisions to make that better health journey. You'll also find a good foods, bad foods list. As Dr. Wallach is talking, he's saying, stay away from this, this, and this. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats, bottled oils, no fried foods, all these things. Well, it's all written down in text for you, waiting at dailywithdoc.com. Just look in the menu options, easy to find as well. And we have a store there that has the products that Dr. Wallach is mentioning. Now, as a reminder, the FDA requires us to let you know that this program is for educational purposes only. It is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician, nor is it meant to treat, diagnose, or cure any disease. Now, we can't say that this longevity product is totally will take care of this. But folks, if you go to PubMed.com, you look up the nutrients that are in this amazing formula, any of our formulas, you're going to find external research proving the benefits for this condition, this condition, this condition. So when you synergistically take all these amazing nutrients, quality form of these amazing nutrients, put them into a formula that is absorbable, because we're using plant-based, the plants pull up those nutrients, convert them and assimilate them into a form that our bodies can actually absorb. And then you put it in your body is going to have some amazing results. Stop. So we do have some hands up, and I want to go to AJ first. So AJ, go ahead and unmute yourself. What question do you have for Dr. Wallach today?
Hey, Dr. Wallach, I just wanted to make a quick comment before my question, how right you are and what a good man Theo Ratliff is, how he inspired a whole group. Shantae, one of your distributors, started a whole group around Rebound and Theo, and he's just been an inspiration to a lot of people.
And yeah, he's one of the angels of God, that's for sure.
Definitely a good man. So we have a woman named Michelle. First question. She recently had an MRI due to having some small cysts on the tail of her pancreas. They've remained the same size about 2 years, non-cancerous. The latest MRI shows some more small cysts on her liver and kidneys. She's female, 65 years old, 280 pounds at 5'8". She's got a little high blood pressure. She's trying to figure out the cause of the cyst, what she can do to eliminate the cyst. She understands that weight has got to be an issue. She's currently taking a 90 for Life and the Ultimate Daily Classic.
Okay, well, that's a good start. And getting rid of the bad stuff is also part of it. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no butter, rye, oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go. Carbonation neutralizes stomach acid, so you cannot digest food or absorb minerals. And then you say she weighs 255 pounds or 200.
Yeah, 280. Yep.
Oh, 280. Okay. So she's a big girl. So she needs 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, full dose twice a day. She also needs the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 3 of those twice a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month, the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. And I'll tell you what they're all for in a minute. And then we also have the, let's see here, for the high blood pressure, she needs, let's see here, well, the Ultimate Daily Classic will help there. Okay. And then also we want her to make sure she's getting all the stuff that's necessary to make the liver happy, the pancreas happy. Okay, and what happens here is the little that carry the secretions, that carry the digestive enzymes from the pancreas to the intestines, which carry the digestive stuff in the liver, okay, that goes to the intestines and the bloodstream, and of course in the kidneys, okay, in the kidneys, when you get these cysts, this means that there's some inflammation in the little tubes that are carrying the fluids out to where they do their work. Okay, so you need the support and the help of these products so that these organs can do their jobs. And we see miracles by the thousands every month around the world with these kinds of problems. Okay, because the cysts are the result of something going on in the tubes, okay, in the organ. Was the pancreas and the digestive enzymes, you know, that are produced in the cells in the pancreas, and it goes through the tubes out into the intestine. Well, if there's inflammatory stuff, okay, in the pancreas, it will cause inflammation in those tubes. And so instead of going out into the intestines where they belong and do their job as digesting, the inflammation causes those tubes to close. And so now you're getting the cyst filling up with the production of what the pancreas does. The same thing is true with the liver. The liver has the bile, okay? And when you close up all the bile ducts from inflammation, you start getting cysts in the liver. Same thing with the kidneys. They start getting plugging in the tubes in the urinary tract of the kidneys. They'll get cysts in the kidneys. So it's all the same basic chemical, mechanical doings that cause these cysts, okay? And it's very simple to get everything right, and you will find that all these cysts go away and things begin to function properly again.
Fantastic, Doc. Thank you. Just another quick question. Well, another question. Our friend Raphael in France, he's on YouTube. He's concerned about going to the beach and sun tanning, and he wants to use sunscreens. And what's your suggestion so that he doesn't burn up and he doesn't get any bad effects from the standard sunscreen?
Okay, well, first of all, he should take his 90 essential nutrients, right, and stay away from all the bad foods. And then he needs to go out early in the sun. Early in the sun. You want the sun's rays, you don't want to be cooked by the sun at noon to 3 in the afternoon. So to start out and see if he does better, if he does his sunning, let's say from 8 to 10. Okay, or 9 to 11, something like that. And so the timing of his sun exposure can make a big difference. Start there. And of course, we already talked about the skin. The skin requires we have the hair, skin, and nails. Or the hair, skin, and nails. Go ahead and take the hair, skin, and nails. I take 3 of those twice a day, and I get out in the sun maybe 2-3 days out of the week. I don't get out there every day. I get too busy, so I get out there 2-3 days out of the week. And I use the hair, skin, and nails. I take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time, and I don't do too bad for an 85-year-old guy. I have to shave every day, that kind of thing. So all the things on the skin seem to be working, but I don't get out in the sun from 1 to 4 every day. I wouldn't do that in Southern California. You'd cook yourself,
So, Doc, you're saying he shouldn't lather up with sunscreen?
Well, sunscreen's okay, but just remember, it shields the benefits of the sunshine. So I go out and put sunscreen on because you're not going to get all the benefit of the sunlight.
Even if these sunscreens have a bunch of oils and stuff in them?
Well, that could be dangerous.
You the man, Doc.
Okay.
Great questions. And folks, we really want to encourage that you read that ingredient list on your sunscreen, because there are a lot of chemicals out there that can cause issues. Again, make sure that there are limited oils, no parabens, and there are sunscreens out there that are mineral based, which I absolutely love, Dr. Wallach, because minerals going into the skin is a good thing, right?
That's correct.
Well, Dr. Wallach, let's go ahead and go to the next hand that is up. And we have Gloria. Gloria, go ahead and unmute yourself, my dear.
Hello, Dr. Wallach.
Hello.
Hey, you're looking good. Good to see you.
Oh, good to see you.
All right, I have two questions. I have a niece who says that her hairdresser says that her hair follicles may be closing up on her. What would you recommend for her?
Okay, hair follicles closing up. Well, here's where the hair, skin, and nails goes with the 90 essential nutrients. Get rid of all the bad stuff. And per 100 pounds of body weight, I want one Healthy Brain and Heart pack. And then the hair, skin, and nails, take 3 of those twice a day. And then, let's see here. I also like, in addition to the hair, skin, and nails, I also like the, let's see here, the Z radical. Okay, I like the Z radical. I like the glucogel.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Is that it for that?
Yeah, start there.
Okay. Awesome. And I just need to verify. I did hear you talking about cysts. My sister has cysts on her wrist. And did you say the 90 essentials is good for that?
She has cyst on her wrist.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, this means some of her sweat glands on her skin are being plugged. Okay. Or if it's on the inside, okay. It could be the glands produce the oils and things, okay, in the inside the body. So you need to kind of find out a little bit more, okay, for dealing with the cysts on the inside. But don't forget the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. It keeps the blood flowing through even blocked arteries. The Ultimate Daily Classic tablets was really one of those great things. It's great for the kidneys, great for the skin, great for the brain, great for the digestive system, great for all of the cardiovascular system, the healthy, let's see, the healthy brain and heart. Also the Ultimate Daily Classic. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Gloria. Great questions. And Dr. Wallach, we have some more questions here as they are coming in, and my team is sharing them with me. We have somebody that wants to know, they have a question. When you are told biometrics are off, what does that mean? And the example is like if you're going through security at the airport, if I read this right. So I know from personal experience, I set that alarm off every time. Every time. What would be causing that? It's like hotspots in a couple different areas. And there's nothing there.
Well, that's because you're consuming a lot of minerals. And the machinery is looking for abnormal accumulations of minerals, which could be gunpowder and that kind of stuff.
There's no gunpowder. It's been a long time since
yeah. And so if you're setting off some of that machinery, it's because you're taking lots of minerals And you can have some portions of your tissues that suck up more of these minerals and store them. And so they're storing them for future need or use. And this is what this machinery is detecting.
Interesting. So it's not so much our biometrics being off. It's just that our body is storing the good stuff and it accumulates and can set something off.
That's
going
correct.
through those scans. Interesting. Very interesting. So Patty, I hope that went along with the question that you had. And we have another question, Dr. Wallach, and I love this question since I love to cook. What do you put in recipes for a substitute of oils? I've heard applesauce. Yes, applesauce works great with baking. But I'm not a big cook. So just wondering, other than butter, the question asks, do you just melt butter for everything? And when you are melting butter, which yes, you can substitute butter for any time, it is calling for any type of cooking oil. So Dr. Wallach says no oils in a bottle. That's no olive oil, no vegetable oil, no soy oil, no corn oil, no peanut oil, no canola oil. All of those oils, folks, they've been stripped out of their natural presence. They no longer have that preservative that keeps them good for us. They oxidize quickly, which then puts free radicals in our body, causing cell damage. So that's why you want to stay away from cooking oils, any of those oils.
Yeah,
And
when you-
using butter, when you melt it, you want to melt it on a very low heat. Do it slow. Do not microwave your butter.
Well,
Okay?
when
Don't microwave it.
when you're dealing with oils, you're dealing with very chemically active stuff. And you heat it, it turns into very active stuff. And it can cause all kinds of negative things going on. Okay. And so it's one of those things where some of the things we used to do 200,000 years ago, we're not doing now because we learned they're bad. Okay.
A lot of the things that we have today, Dr. Wallach, they didn't have 200,000 years ago. So with technology and growth and making things more convenient, that does not mean it's more healthy, folks. And the stuff, that bad stuff, would that be turning it into a trans fat or an acrylamide?
Yeah, trans fats, of course, are bad. Okay. And they tend to be in the cooking oil category to be flavor oils, cooking oils. Let's see here, visual oils. People like shiny stuff. Okay. Also, some oils add a little bit of color to the food. Okay, or to your skin.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay. So good alternatives then, of course, low temperature melted butter. Ghee is a great one. If you're like, quote unquote, sauteing your vegetables, use a chicken broth, use a beef broth, even a vegetable broth, as long as it's not including any outside oils. And you want to do things on low heat. You don't want to overcook your food. Don't try to stay away from that, sizzle and that crispiness on the food. We get a taste for it, but that crispiness is those good fats turning into acrylamides that then can cause cancer. So there's a lot of great opportunities for us to be able to put in good stuff without losing the flavor that the bad stuff offers.
Yeah. Of course, we have the book, Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods.
Yep, okay. We do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, that book, Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods, will give you a lot of, this has all been studied, okay, in the laboratory. And so these recipes are not just picked because somebody liked the taste. These recipes are picked because of the way they're cooked, the way they're put together with other things. And we sell so many of these, okay? We have to renew our supply like every couple of months because they go out the door like crazy because they taste good. They provide energy, they provide protein, they provide many, many nutrients. And
Without the bad foods.
without the
And you
bad,
can, yes, and you can find Dr. Wallach's publications, including Cooking Without the Bad Foods by Chef Norman, by going to www.drjwallach.com. That's WALLACH.com. Let's go to the next question, Dr. Wallach, and I believe this is a mental health question. So iPhone, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Fantastic. Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead and share your question for Dr. Wallach today.
Hello, everyone. I want to give a testimony first. Dr. Wallach, my aunt was suffering from her kidneys. We knew her kidneys, we didn't know why her kidney was going bad. It was great. Your rep sent us the video on kidneys. We found out your video said it was not the kidneys. It was a blockage, the blockage to the kidneys.
Mhm.
When we shared it with the doctor, he was angry. The hospital room was filled with nurses, doctors, and workers. How, why, how did you know this? Where did this come from? The doctor was so angry, he ran out and my aunt was released. He had a video with Benny Hinn, that video. And I thank you for that. And I am also been a very big subject since then, even the more. Mental illness. I've been on prescriptions for over 30 years, profenazine and cogentin, not knowing that my brain cells needed nutrients after all those many years. I'm hoping for possible a detox, but your rep introduced me, Dr. Wallach, to your website and some things I could take, such as microbiome and I-26. I began to lose weight. I gained over 100 pounds on those medications. People are asking me, how are you losing that weight? What's happening to you? It's just trying to just make that transfer for all the prescription medicines. Families like, why are you not taking meds from your doctor? Why are you not going to your doctor? It got to a point where I was forbidden to see my doctor and I needed some help. I don't know what's going on. I believe the system has been manipulated. I know for a fact that I could explain more even after the Zoom. I was forbidden to see my doctor. I was going through a lot of mental health. As a matter of fact,
what diagnoses did they give you?
Well, Dr. Maxwell, he's passed. Like he did. It was schizophrenia. It was a disorder of schizophrenia. I was under so much stress, but Dr. Watt, you will not believe. I believe this happened in the 1980s. I'm having episodes. I've been having episodes towards against me lately, and they're like, "Where's this coming from?" I am a healthy. It was like trying to be healthy.
We only have a few moments here. How much do you weigh?
Now I'm down. I'm still in 200s, but I was like almost 300. But now I'm like 240.
Okay. Do you have any other issues like high blood pressure, diabetes?
Well, lately I've been having that, Dr. Wallach. I've been having, to me, planned poke episodes, and I can. This has been witnesses. Those who knew that I had this nervous breakdown in my 20s is attacking that very area. I had a surgery May 22. Kind of found out it was 2 anesthesiologists. On that day I got home, I got a phone call that upset me so bad, it attacked my mental state that my friend, one of your rep, had to come from South Carolina to see about me. And for that, her prayers and getting to your program to assist me, I thank you for that.
Okay.
And from that, yeah. So,
let's go forward here. Okay, so right now you weigh 240 pounds, and your concerns. Okay, you have. Let's see here.
Before it happened, like 110 pounds before I started taking all this medicine. I took the perfenazine and the cogentin for years.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Okay, so you have this stuff going on with your brain, right?
Yes, it's like, only thing I was taking the meds, but I wasn't really living. I was existing,
Okay,
the sleeping, the drogginess,
okay,
trying to,
stop. We only have moments, so
okay.
let's go here. Get rid of all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no butter, rye, oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go. And then at 240 pounds, I want you to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. A full dose of breakfast, full dose of dinner time. I want you to take 3 of our ultimate daily classic tablets twice a day. That's going to increase positive kidney function. It's going to support healthy blood pressure and healthy blood flow.
Yeah.
Okay. I also want you to take our, let's see here, I want you to take our I-26. We have chewables, we have capsules, we have powder. I like the French vanilla chewables. I take 3 of those twice a day. I weigh 142. So you could take 3 of the chewables. We have the banana coconut or the French vanilla. Take three. You have to take three times a day of the chewables. Okay, the I-26, and that will help rebuild the myelin, the white matter of the brain and the spinal cord, and all the large nerves in your body, including the 10th cranial nerve. Okay, very important.
Thank
It
you.
goes from your brain all the way down to your toes and so forth. And
Yeah.
so, okay, so these are the sort of things you need to do. All right, and then of course we have the Rebound or sports drink. Okay, it has the minerals and the vitamins in it. That's to be added. They come 30 sticks in a box. And you tear off the end of the stick and pour it into a quart bottle of water. And I drink 2 of those. One with breakfast and one sort of middle to late afternoon. You don't want to be drinking it too late because it'll keep you up at night. Okay, and then you also need to be sure that you're taking, again, the let's see here. I would that's where I would start. That's where I
How
would start.
important, how important it is to, like, it just so much is still coming at me. This is also spiritual. Had been really spiritual. Also, I have spiritual attacks, warfare, that those who have used spiritual things against me. I'm in a lot of gentrification. I'm dealing with that. A lot of things that are coming at me, family, everything is coming at me, and they know that. My granddaughter said, "Grandma, they're trying to put you in a place you don't want to be." So I'm really dealing with a lot. I just want to know how important it is for me to just be away and really gain my strength back. Everything that you've given me, because I know when you have mental health, usually you're in a facility for a while to regain yourself. But I really feel like in my heart, that's something I really need to do. Right now, I'm on a fixed income, trying my best to transfer, to just for God to do something great in my life so I can be able to afford everything that you're telling me constantly on a constant basis.
So
Thank you.
So when we're supporting the body as a whole, our brain is going to function better as well. I'm going to also recommend the de-stress, Dr. Wallach. That'd be 2 twice a day, added to what Dr. Wallach shared. And that gives us the nutrients that help us to kind of calm the system. But one more thing is the Renew IQ. Renew IQ has adaptogens to try to help us balance those things. So when we're getting the things that are going on within the brain more balanced, we're able to separate those things that are coming at us and deal with them better. There's a lot of things that you can do, but nutrition is a foundation. And then there are things that you can do whenever it comes to resetting the mind. There's music and tones that can be used that help to create a vibration that helps to eliminate those negative things that are coming at you. So I would recommend that you look at that as well. Thank you so much for bringing that question, because there's a lot of people, Dr. Wallach, that are looking at issues with mental health. Absolutely.
And yeah, people forget that the brain requires an enormous amount of nutrition. Okay, and you just can't eat food. You have to be very selective in making sure you're giving the brain the food it wants. And this is why we came out with the I-26, okay, and in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, okay, and all these various things that bring stuff to the brain, okay, and the brain will do wondrous things for you. So if you want to
And
understand how it all works, we do have a flip chart, okay, and the flip chart, let's see here.
The flip chart is a great introduction to Dr. Wallach, all the work that he has done, people that he has helped with so many different poor health conditions, and also, you know, just looking at certain things that the medical community is not looking at and how they link to cognitive issues, muscular, skeletal issues, neurological issues. All of these things Dr. Wallach has put into, and I have put into this flip chart, the 90 for Life Crusade to Save Humanity and the World. You can get that flip chart by going to www.drjwallach.com. And it's a great tool to be able to use as you're sharing with other people as well. Now, Dr. Wallach, we do want to make sure that we get to another question, and we are at the top of the hour. As Cindy is unmuting, I just want to remind people, if you'd like to find out more information about our Certified Holistic Health Coach course, where you too can learn about those 4 areas of health physically, how they're affected by nutritional deficiencies and solutions to correct those deficiencies, and also looking at the body as a whole, the environment as a whole, are some of the things that the Institute of Holistic Health has put together in their Certified Holistic Health Coach course. You can go to coach.dailywithdoc.com or coachwithdoc.com, and you'll be able to find more information about that. Cindy, are you
Becca,
unmuted?
thank you. Can you hear me?
Hello, and yes, ma'am.
Hello, my
What
beautiful friend.
do
I
you
will be
have?
quick. Yeah, as a certified coach, thank you very much for being here for all of us. And Dr. Wallach, you have been in my life for like 25 years. Yeah, you all remember, but Skip and I saw you on Benny Hinn and we connected. And oh my goodness, this has been a journey for me, being, you know, medical field first and then a teacher. And last year, my sister became ill, so I kind of lost it. I had a little vertigo. But anyway, you helped me through that. Blood pressure was like interesting. And I'm like, why am I here? And I woke up I was already awake. But my daughter said, only thing they can find is that you're full of nutrients. Who are you? So they gave me a diagnosis of, here, take this and go home. But then I went back quite a few times. But anyway, question is now in Texas, it's super hot. Doing everything you always tell us with the 90. And thank you, Becca. You just said the de-stress. I forgot. I added that again. But all of those things being so hot, we have to kind of get out before 12. And I went out today and I got just not really dizzy, but just still a little tired from not much sleep. But, you know, you guys have helped me rectify that a lot. So just mainly just as a coach to help others, you know, around the world, because I have a lot of connections, but I don't go in like forceful. I just tell my story, and it's a beautiful story. And I just thank God that the last caller, that was kind of me, sort of, kind of last year, but I'm back. And Dr. Wallach, you said, keep the kidneys happy and everything else in the body will become wonderful. And it is. And I keep the blood pressure pill, not too close. So, but it's kind of like, it became a bit of a crutch, and I've never used a crutch. I don't even like the word, but I did go to physical therapy, and we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I'm a bit, not combative, but I've always been a little special. Becca knows that. But just thank you for being here all of our lives. And and you've been here for a minute. And I told my daughter the other day, I said, he's the strongest man in the world. She said, what? I said, yeah, just read his book. And thank you for the flip chart, Becca, and all the wonderful coaches. And I get to see you, Doc, on television now. And I tell everybody, my doctor's on television. They say, who is he? I say, you just keep hanging around me. You'll find out. But thank you for this. Oh, and how much water is what I wanted to add, because I have a gallon I'll do, because, you know, my height. I'm tall, but I'm really thin. I lost 40 pounds fooling around with those medical people at that facility. And 40 pounds is good. So now I'm back up to maybe 110 or something. But it's not bad. I just said if I go out into the sun, it's a little dizzy from not much sleep. So that's it. And you know, I hang here in a good place, so everything is answered. But the last caller was amazing, and that was kind of me. But the spiritual battles are real. But we're good because our brain is nutrified and to our body. So thank you guys. Love you. And how much water?
Okay, well, how much water depends. If you're using the, let's see here, the Rebound, you could take, I'd say 4 quarts a day, and just use 2 Rebound sticks, and one in the morning and one sort of middle to late afternoon. Okay.
4 quarts is half a
Perfect.
gallon.
I'm sorry?
I was just saying 4 quarts, half a gallon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of water. And that's if you're sitting at a desk. Now, if you're out there sweating and you're working out and doing lots of physical work and you're sweating, you may have to go to 6 quarts.
Okay. And how many, Dr. Wallach, about how many minutes out for me? Because this is kind of new again, walking since last year and everything. So in that sun, and it's hot in Texas, so you think 5 minutes I can get a little sun, and I burn easily, so I have to be careful.
Well, 5 minutes isn't going to give you much. Okay, but I
Okay.
wouldn't go out and at 1 to 3 in the afternoon. I would go out, start out, let's say 10 in the morning.
Okay.
And that's going to help you get through the day. Okay, get out in the
Okay.
sun.
And I do our D3, so I need the sun just to add a little D.
That's, you get a little sun on your skin, right?
Okay.
With the D3, I take 2 of those capsules twice a day.
Okay. And that doctor said, no, don't do that. But she doesn't know me, so I know me. So yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, Dr. Wallach.
Okay,
Love
God
you.
bless you.
God bless you.
All right.
Share.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Cindy, for coming on. And folks, we are at the top of the hour. One more thing that I wanted to add to when it comes to the mental health aspect of it is as you're flooding the body with nutrients, it is pushing out toxins, creating part of that detox, as that was part of the question, creating that detox effect. So if you need extra detoxification, there's the herbal rainforest, which is absolutely fabulous and helping to detoxify with the different 17 herbs that are found to be detoxifying, not just of the colon and the digestive system, but of the cells themselves. So herbal rainforest is another one for that. And to make sure the brain is healthy and the synapses, is it the synapses that are firing properly? The synaptive. Now, Dr. Wallach is waving by as he does have to get going. Or did you want to interrupt me?
No, I need to get going here. Alarms.
All
are
right.
going
Thank
off
you
all
so
over the
much,
house.
Doc. We'll see you later, Dr. Wallach. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if I could get my co-hosts up with me, that would be absolutely fantastic, as we could not do this without the co-hosts. They are helping to make sure that everything is set up properly, that the stream is going out, all the different places that the stream is going, keeping an eye on questions and comments, bringing them into the Zoom itself, sending me messages so that I can ask them or they ask them. It takes an army. It takes an army. On this crusade, we have a lot of amazing people, and we're also looking for more amazing people because we love to surround ourselves with people who have a heart for others. And whether you don't have the personal interaction skills, if you've got skills that have to do with computer technology, getting information out, then we have room for you on our team as well. So please reach out to me by reaching out to info@dailywithdoc.com. That is info@dailywithdoc.com. If you're interested in our certified holistic health coach program, again, you can do coachwithbecca.com or do coach.dailywithdoc.com. If we did not get to your question, please send us your question at questions@dailywithdoc.com. As this program is being sponsored by dailywithdoc.com, we as a whole want to make sure that you are getting the information you need so that you also can lead a life that is thriving instead of just barely surviving. So thank you to Sherry, Rod, AJ, Marilyn, Ruth Ellen, Albert, as we are reaching around the world with message of hope. Everybody tune in as we have Daily with Doc Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. Again, that's Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 Pacific time. Go to our website, dailywithdoc.com, sign up for our email list so that you will receive your personal invitation to the Zoom. And we also include links to previous days Zoom when applicable. Like Monday, we can't do the previous day, but you know what I mean. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Have a fantastic rest of the day. And most importantly, get back with the person that shared this program with you. Tell them thank you. And if there's no one to thank, give us a call, 855-949-3377. Again, 855-949-3377. My name is Becca Dukes, and it's been my honor to be able to help you invest into your own health during this past hour plus. Bye for now. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences, and the individual results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences, and the individual results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences, and the individual results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health. Dr. Joel